Hello and welcome back to my channel. It is, what time is it? 10:28, which is not as early as I thought it was, but I'm tired. But I have to get ready, so I thought I would just get ready with you. Get ready with me. You know what it is. My skin is going through it, as you can tell. So we're going to start with Shape Tape. This is scabbed over already, so I can do that. So with that, we're going to do the makeup that I do, like the full face of makeup that I do on days when, how do I explain it? Like, I need a full face of makeup, and I'm doing something that doesn't involve wearing a mask. So like today I have some Zoom meetings for work and that sort of thing. So that's what we're going to do. It's like we're going to put on makeup for my Zoom meetings and stuff. Please hold. I have to get everything I dropped. My sister bought me this mirror because it's cute, and I broke my last mirror, and I really love her, and I love that she bought this for me, but I'm going to have to buy a new one because it doesn't sit in the stand. Like it makes me a little seasick. Like I look in it, and it just starts wobbling, and I get like, bleh. So the trailer for the new Mike Flanagan show launched this morning. If you don't know Mike Flanagan, he did the Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, and a whole bunch of other movies. And this show is called Midnight Mass. And I watched the trailer. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm excited for it because it looks good. And I love anything Mike Flanagan does, to be honest with you. I've never seen a movie or TV show of his that I wasn't absolutely in love with. Actually, I was really afraid to watch Oculus for the longest time because something about mirrors, like when you do a scary mirror story, they're just extra terrifying, you know? But I finally swallowed my pride the other day and watched it, and it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. I should have known better. He does scary, but it's usually more story-driven than just scary. It's not jump scares and that sort of thing. Which, he does like my perfect kind of humor. My perfect kind of horror, to be honest, because it's scary, but I'm not going to have nightmares. I'm really looking forward to his new show, because I'm sure it'll be phenomenal. So that what I just put on under my eyes is the Auric Glowlust. She just came out with a new shade of Morganite that's like better for even paler skin, and I want it so bad, but like I just can't rationalize having two Glowlusts. It's too expensive. So I'll just fill in my eyebrows with the Brow Wiz. I finally found an angle where you can see a bunch of my plants and me. So I'm kind of excited about that. And then we just take a Q-tip. And I just clean up the edges. If you can hear crickets, I'm so sorry. I just bought them yesterday. So I haven't even fed any off to Roger yet. He's been on like a little bit of a hunger strike lately. He won't eat any of his mush food. Didn't even eat crickets last time I put them in there. I found both of their little dead bodies. I've read that about reptiles, like crested geckos and that sort of thing, that they can just decide they don't want to eat for a little bit. But as the parent, it doesn't give me any less anxiety to know that. Now I'm going to take my sponge, and we're just going to pat some of these in. They don't have to look perfect, because I am obviously putting on foundation, but I just wanted the Shape Tape to help, you know? I actually have another video I want to shoot today, and that's the main reason that we're putting on like a full face of makeup. But that's neither here nor there. This is the ordinary Serum foundation. There's like a cat hair on my nose. What's new with me? I really haven't done a whole lot. I keep trying to watch like movies that are new to me. And then I just don't. Like, I end up watching the same movies that I've always seen. Sorry. Because I just like knowing what's going to happen. Like, then I can do crafts, and I can sew, or something, like, at the same time. I can play Katamari Damacy. I've been playing a lot of Katamari Damacy lately, because I was stuck on the same level for, like, a year. And I just finally beat it just yesterday or the day before. It's awesome. If you don't know Katamari Damacy, it's a game that I think any of you would like. You're basically a little alien dude. It sounds so weird to explain. And you push a ball around, and you pick things up, like objects on Earth, like literally random objects. Like there'll be like staplers and chalk and food, like that sort of thing, all over the ground. And the bigger you get with your little ball of stuff, the bigger the items you can pick up, to the point where you can start picking up people and trees and that sort of thing eventually. And as the levels progress, you know, you have to get bigger and bigger in shorter amounts of time. It's a lot of fun, but my problem with Katamari Damacy is I get too stuck on picking up every item, because that's just who I am. And you really can't do that, because that ends up wasting a lot of time, because you're obviously in a time limit. You really just have to pick things up and keep going. And I'm like, no, wait, I have to go back for this one piece of chalk. I have to go back for this one cherry I missed. But you really can't do that, because you're in a time limit. I've been really wanting to play Arkham Asylum again, actually, which I did play on my channel once, forever ago. It's just one of my favorite video games, you know? I've tried playing some of the other Arkham games, and they're alright, but the world is too big for me. Like, there's too many different quests going on at the same time, and too many tasks, and I get overwhelmed. Whereas in Arkham Asylum, you're just in the asylum. There's tiny little side quests and, like, pick up things, but the storyline is very linear. And that's what I like about it. That's probably why I haven't beaten the third Witcher yet, because I keep getting distracted by side quests. I always forget how nice this foundation looks on my skin. I get, like, caught up in some of my more expensive, fancier foundations, and then I come back to this one, and I'm like, oh yeah. So now we're going to the Fenty loose powder, because I'm going to do concealer. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. Okay, so now we're just going to take this little fluffy brush. God. There we go. And then we'll take my little Beauty Blender puff. I really need this closer to my face for this. Looking up. Much better. Okay, now for the other side. Because of how my nose is curved, I always have such a harder time putting powder on this side. There we go. So we're just going to do a little bit of eyeshadow now. So the two palettes I grabbed... God, can I stop throwing stuff? Are the Transition palette by Dominique Cosmetics and the Mauve-olous Sheglam palette. I think I'd rather use shades from the Mauve-olous palette. I have a lot of makeup brushes that need to be cleaned, like a lot, but my mom just cleaned the sink in the bathroom that I use. And I know she'll kill me if I get it dirty, so I was planning on cleaning those makeup brushes that need to be cleaned today. But I think I'll wait till tomorrow. But that just means that... I was going to say that means that my options are limited, but like... That just means that, like, my favorite brushes that I always use aren't in here, which is good, because that means I have to use other ones. So we'll use this NYX one first, into the shade Minx. How many of you are excited for Red, Taylor's version? That is my favorite Taylor Swift album. Folklore might beat it at this point, but Red holds a special nostalgia for me, so I do love it. We're gonna have sad girl winter this year. You know, we'll be sitting in my bedroom, listening to Red, the same way I did when I was 17. We're gonna use the shade Ritual next. I can't believe she's giving us the full, original 10-minute version of All Too Well. Now I'm going to use that same brush. I'm going to, what's it called? Over Under. What a weird shade name. And then we're going to go back into that first brush just to blend it all out. This NYX brush was expensive. It was like a $20 brush, and I bought it at Walmart, but it's so nice. Like, I really love it. It's the NYX, what is it called? It doesn't even say eyeshadow blendy brush, I would think. It says number 16. Does that help you? It's just really good. Highly recommend. And then I just feel like I need something maybe a little bit darker. Do I go chai or do I go cinnamon? Maybe we'll just do chai. None of my favorite brushes are right here. Why do I have so many brushes when I don't even use half of them? We'll use this one. Oh yeah, that's much better. Just something to create a little more drama, you know? Okay, now is the time for me to not breathe because I have to put on liner. So just give me 1 sec. Is that even enough? I guess we're gonna find out. This eyeliner is like almost empty. I did buy a backup, but I really hate cracking into the backup because then the backup is gone, you know? Is that even enough, do you think? I think so. I'll just let that make sure that it... What? I'll just let that dry completely before I move on to mascara and all that. Because nothing is worse than getting this NYX... Oh my god, I'm really going through it. Nothing is worse than getting this NYX eyeliner in the crease because it's not coming out once it gets there. It's too waterproof. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the eyelash saw trap. And then we're going to do my usual, the Smashbox liner in the waterline. Followed by mascara. Oh no, I stabbed myself. Oh no, I stabbed myself. Now I just want to take a little tiny brush and take some of that chai shade under my eyeball. I know I saw one. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Sure, you work. Elf angle brush. Of course, we're putting on lashes. Who am I without lashes? So these are the Kiss So Wispy Pompadour lashes. It's so funny. This is a 5-pack of lashes, and I think I've only worn the top pair because they just last so long. So we're just going to put this glue on it. And then go on my phone. I never do the timer. Is that weird? I only ever do stopwatch. I think it's because I'm afraid of the sound that it makes when the timer goes off. So instead, I just do the stopwatch thing. I feel like I've been boring in this Get Ready With Me. I just don't have anything interesting to talk about these days. Like, all I do is sit in here with my plants and write local news stories. Yeah, I have a couple of crafts that I'm working on, but a lot of them are for Halloween content because I've started shooting that already because I work in news and we're expecting a federal election, right? That's no secret. In Canada, you know, you get ads for the federal government and the opposing parties and that sort of thing on YouTube and that sort of thing all the time. So we're expecting an imminent federal election. So I know that once that happens, once that's called, my life is I'm going to have a lot more work to do. So I'm trying to get as much of that done now as I can. And shooting it is going well. I have a couple of videos shot already, but I have not edited a single one. So that's great. You love to see that. Look at the difference eyelashes make. Look at my face. I just can't get over that. These lashes are starting to go because this middle one that's clumped together kind of bothers me. Not enough to like take it off and start a new pair already, but it's starting to bother me a little bit, you know? But I just can't get over what a difference eyelashes make. So if I'm going somewhere, I don't usually do all of this, just so that you know. Oh, did I get foundation on myself? That's sad. I usually just do eye makeup and eyebrows and no concealer, nothing else. Yesterday, my friend Alyssa and I went all over the place. Went to a lot of like pet stores and stuff, and I only wore mascara and did my eyebrows. So don't go thinking I do this whole routine every day. I just like it. I just like wearing makeup. I can do whatever I want. So this is the Rare Beauty, I don't know, the blush thing. I didn't grab a highlighter. Haha. I've been seeing a lot of, I watch a lot of TikTok because I think the kids are very funny. And I've been seeing a lot of like how I did my makeup in 2016 versus now. And a lot of them have like sort of migrated towards more natural makeup looks. And I just want to say that I give them total kudos for that. I think it looks great. I mean, I can't relate. But they're like young. They should be wearing more natural makeup. I'm out here just to have fun, man. So this is next to me. That's the one thing I hate about contouring my nose. I haven't like perfected it yet. So I always feel like I end up with like just a darker nose. That's not so bad. Alright, my contour stick, by the way, is the Fenty Matchstick in the shade Amber. I always draw it a little bit above my actual cheekbone, because regardless of what I do, I always end up blending it down. Even though I try to blend up, I end up blending it down. So I don't want it to be below my cheekbone. But like, look, it just blends out so easily. That's why I like it. I'm also going to powder down here a little bit. So I neglected to grab a highlighter and a lip color. What highlighter should I wear? I mean, I already have the Glowlust underneath, so I'm not matte by any means. But I should put on a highlighter just for good measure, and I need a lip color. So the highlighter I'm going to use is the Wet n Wild, what's it called, the Zodiac one? Written in the Stars highlighter. For no reason other than because I like it. You know I want you It's no secret trying to hide. No, that's a Rewrite the Stars. This is Written in the Stars. Man, I love that movie. I tried to watch The Greatest Showman on one of the flights. I don't remember if it was to or from Vancouver when I went to New Zealand. But my headphones didn't fit in that little headphone jack thing, and they didn't give you headphones or anything, so I had to watch it without sound, which is okay, because I know all the words, so I could play the audio in my head. I should have tried to, like, sync it up to the music on my phone, right, because obviously I have the whole soundtrack on there. And not the whole soundtrack, I don't love every song, I just love most of the songs. Okay, so that's the highlight. And then the last step is lipstick. Now, I really didn't know what to do because every part of me is always like dark lipstick. But I decided because this is such a pink, light, airy look, I would go for like a light pink lipstick. So we're going to use MAC Soar. Once again, I would like to clarify that this is MAC Soar, S-O-A-R, and not S-O-R-E. Because I think that word, the word soar, in general is gross because it makes me think of like a sore. Which is disgusting, and I don't know why my brain goes there every time. But it does. So every time I take it out, I'm like, MAC Soar. Ugh. MAC has a sore. Maybe there's a cream for that. I'm just going to close this powder before some kind of disaster occurs. And then, of course, the lipstick we're going to wear with it is MAC Cosmo. Fun fact, I pulled out MAC Brave the other day out of my drawer. The first MAC lipstick I ever bought. And I did almost finish it. But there's a little bit left, and it's a little bit moldy. I'm, like, proud of myself for having a moldy lipstick, because I've never had a makeup product like that go bad before. I mean, I've had it since, like, 2014, but still. And that, my friends, is the completed, full face of makeup. I think the only thing we didn't do that some people do is bronzer, and I hardly ever wear bronzer, so this is a full face of makeup for me. Sorry I feel like I didn't have a whole lot to talk about. I thought I had more to talk about, but I did a vlog last week. I'm trying to do bi-weekly vlogs, so we can go Halloween hunting and that sort of thing. So I feel like I just told you everything in that video, like I have a new fish. I got a whole bunch of clothes from Unique Vintage. Like, I don't know, but sometimes it's just cool to just have a video that you can put on in the background, do makeup together, that sort of thing. I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already. I am so close to 3,000 subscribers. So tell your friends to come subscribe to my channel too so I can get to 3,000. That just seems like fun. And I guess I'll see you in my next video. Bye!